Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Joel Embiid.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. They've got Porzingis, D'Angelo Russell out there with George. Then there's Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Cavaliers, Gordon out there with Tatum. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Payton in at the 2. And for both these teams, it's Game 1 of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Now here's Tatum. Pass to Gordon. To the middle. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Jackson misses. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. High post, Embiid. Porzingis with the steal. George against Halliburton. A nice shot by George.
I love seeing George be so assertive down low. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. An accomplished scorer.
Now here's Gordon. Halliburton sets the pick for Gordon. Pass to Tatum for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And here's Leonard from 3. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Halliburton outside. Left side, Gordon. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Here's Tatum. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Tries from 16. It's good.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Now, here is Russell. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. Russell passes to Leonard. Pass to Jackson, and it's blocked by Embiid.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Porzingis with the block, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Fourth, the Bulls.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Count it, good.
Saw the defender closing, and Halliburton got it away in a hurry.
Now George. Last game, 26 points. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Embiid against Jackson. Pass to Porzingis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And so he makes both from the line. How does the development, Greg, of role players affect a team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Now here's Embiid. Last game, 26 points. Pass to Halliburton. And it's sent back by George.
Well, how about the D there from George, one of the premier two-way players in our league.
Russell passes to Jackson. Nobody near Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Pass to Gordon. Cleveland moving it around. Embiid inside. Headed by Porzingis. Oh, and the jam by Embiid.
And it's no secret that Embiid enjoys the spotlight. When he gets a chance to show off some, he seizes it.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Leonard on the wing, defended by Payton. Tries from 16, and he can't bank that one in. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Halliburton hits them both. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Tatum passes to Halliburton. Pass to Gordon. Outside, Payton. 5 on the clock. Embiid from outside. It's hauled in by George.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
To the paint, Jackson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, that's the kind of aggressive play you want to see from Jaren Jackson.
And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Stan, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Absolutely. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Tatum. Averaging 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, look, he is truly the kind of player you build everything around. Your plays, your lineups, it's all about setting this guy up for success.
Now, here's Halliburton. He can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
What a move by Tatum, finishing strong at the ring.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him what plan he had, if any, for Zach LaVine. He said, my focus is making sure he doesn't get any easy shots. We have to contest every attempt. It's about mitigating the damage, not preventing it. So it looks like he'll settle for just making LaVine work as hard as possible. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now Peyton, following Jaren Jackson's three-point attempt. Embiid inside, Jackson on him, and they pick up 2. Embiid's got his second bucket tonight.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Outside Leonard. Here's George. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Here's Jackson. Offensive rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, Jackson Jr. understands how to get to the line. Good at using his size to force defenders to compromise.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And that one falls for Jackson. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
Now here's Tatum. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Up top, Tatum. Guarded by LaVine. Tatum kicks to Embiid. Will not go. This is off the front iron. LaVine against Embiid. Lets it go from 14. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Even with the defense right in his face, LaVine is able to knock it down.
Porzingis against Embiid. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Now here's Leonard after the miss from Joel Embiid. Here's Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. And now a 7-point Bulls lead. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Tatum looking around. Gordon a screen. Halliburton drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
He's off on the first.
So valuable to this team. Halliburton gives them whatever they need when they need it. This guy is both patient and prolific.
And Cleveland making a change here. Martin's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Robinson's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And staying a positive for the Bulls over the last couple seasons. They've really done a good job of taking care of the ball.
Yeah, Kevin, that's been an emphasis for them. You don't want to beat yourself. So you look up and down the roster, it's a pretty disciplined group, but it's also the kind of thing that can change from year to year.
Now Halliburton. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Halliburton passes to Embiid. Embiid with a screen on Leonard. Back to Embiid, stolen by Robinson. Leonard against Thomas. Leonard kicks to George. Takes a three. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Thomas. Robinson with the block. On the wing, George. Over Tatum. And again, no good by Chicago.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the rejection by Leonard. In the corner, George with it. Here's the three. The rebound by Halliburton.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And that one's good, Tatum. Here's Levine. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, he did a great job attacking the defense and getting to the line. That kind of aggression goes a long way.
Now here's Leonard. 3-point lead. That one off the back iron and out. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Over Leonard. Thomas gets the bucket.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. And the drought. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 11.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
Outside Martin. Pass to Tatum. Outside Thomas. Tatum against Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, there's a high percentage look for Tatum. The defense did what it could.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Santi Aldama comes in for Joel Embiid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Halliburton.
Yeah, and Porzingis is deceptively mobile at times, which makes him dangerous in pick and rolls.
Outside Tatum. There's the three. It's hauled in by Dunn.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Levine passes to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Exum with a wide open look. And the Bulls another three.
Well, at 7-2, Porzingis has a great view of the floor. It allows him to spot open passes.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Guarded by Levine. Tatum, that's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Levine, defended by Alexander Walker. Levine looking around, and it's Chicago scoring again. And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Chicago.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Dunn is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Smith in at point guard.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Well, a risky pass there. And if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Chicago. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
He was practically levitating over the floor. Aaron Gordon.
Done outside. Porzingis inside, defended by Gordon. Thomas against Dunn. Just 5 on the clock. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And Thomas, here we go. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Chris Duarte is checked in for Joe Ingles. Done against Thomas. That one goes in. Thomas got his second basket of the game. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Duarte. Outside, Porzingis. And the 3 off target.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Fontecchio missing. Bulls leading by 7. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Porzingis passes to Duarte. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Alexander Walker. Started by Levine. Alexander Walker passes to Gordon. From 15 feet away, Porzingis with the block.
Well, look, if you want to shoot over Porzingis, you got to create more space than that.
Outside, Levine. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Alexander Walker. No scoring in this one. Here's Thomas. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against New York.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Aldama gets the bucket.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
Now here's Levine. 7 points in the game. Pass to Duarte. It's blocked.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says not today.
And Levine with the block. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Chicago leading by 10. Dunn passes to Porzingis. Levine with it. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Levine gets the bucket. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. For the Cavaliers, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Santi Aldama. Caleb Martin comes in for Gordon. Halliburton subbed in for Fontecchio. Chicago also making some changes. Paul George, he's checked in for Chris Duarte. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Chris Dunn. Here's Alexander Walker. Nothing on the board. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
That's good from Halliburton. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Now Porzingis, after Zach LaVine missed from long range.
Well, there's a little old school from Porzingis, using that mid-range.
Pass to Thomas. Lets it go with the three. They get the rebound. Martin from outside. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first two shots tonight. The Bulls leading by 11. Russell passes to George. And here's Levine. Three-pointer. And it's George missing. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Thomas. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Russell left side. Porzingis against Martin. Levine wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And those are the games you need as a squad. Proving to yourself you can go win in a hostile environment.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Chicago making a switch here. Leonard's checked in.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
The open shot, Levine. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Embiid. Lets it fly from 18. Chicago grabs the miss. Leonard finds Russell. Outside, George. And here's Leonard from 3. Leonard lets it rip from 3.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
To the inside. Puts it up from 7, and too long on the shot.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
Martin against Leonard. Martin, the pass to Halliburton. Now Embiid. Over Levine. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Joel Embiid.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
They get it back. Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 6. Over Porzingis. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Pass to Russell. George with the ball. A 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Outside Thomas. Martin with it. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Alexander Walker. Traps in the tray. Alexander Walker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Outside, George launches a 3. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now, here's Halliburton. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
The Bulls leading by 12. Outside, George. A 3 from Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Embiid sets the pick for Thomas. For the 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Chicago shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Gordon's checked in for Caleb Martin. Tatum comes in for Thomas. And it's Peyton in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Chicago also making a switch. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Zach LaVine. Now, here's Peyton. Hasn't made one yet. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Jackson misses.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Tatum kicks to Gordon. From past the arc. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Inside, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit.
And that game against Milwaukee, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Now here's Tatum. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Good on the second free throw. And here are the Bulls now. Outside Jackson fires the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
And now let's take a look at a very well-rounded group of players. Shooting guards who can rebound with the big boys. Second is Paul George.
Well, it's not easy to do what these players have done in that area, strictly because of positioning. I mean, typically a 2-guard, you're not in tight when a shot goes up, so competing for rebounds is that much more difficult.
And you have to credit the 2 guards who are willing to come back and mix it up for a rebound. That attitude catches on for the entire team.
Halliburton hits them both. Here's George. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Jackson. Leonard against Payton. Tipped away. 1:02 left to play here in the second quarter. Gordon with the screen for Payton. Down low. And it's Gordon missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 13-point lead. Tatum against George. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. 4 on the clock. George passes to Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by George. That's 12 points for Porzingis.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
The 3 from Tatum. The offensive rebound. Embiid misses in close. Pass to Leonard. Puts up a deep 3. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Chicago, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their work from beyond the arc has been to highlight a lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so I'd like to ask him first, Ernest.
Well, everybody wanted me, Kenny. Don't be jealous. I say L.A. is way up there. You know, because you're always home. Especially during the 3P days. It was very, very hot there.
Yeah, you kind of set yourself up for that one, Jeff.
I know.
And guys, time now to talk about Kawhi Leonard. How incredible did he look in that first half?
Kawhi showing us why he's considered one of the best at both ends. He's been efficient on offense and disruptive on defense. His claws, get it, Ernie? His claws
see
are all over this game.
Yeah, he considers himself a fun guy off the court. But Kawhi...
Oh, I got it, fun guy.
Oh, yeah, he's all business when he hits the hardwood. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So with Thomas sitting on the bench, this is who Kenny Atkinson has out there. Halliburton is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Gordon, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, look at how his team works to get Tatum set up for success, feeding him when he's ready to fire.
Now, here is George. Porzingis sets the pick for George. Pass to Jackson. Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Payton outside. About 1 minute played here in the second half with the fadeaway. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Gordon.
Well, you look at Gordon's shooting percentages over the last few years, he tries to take high percentage shots.
Outside Leonard, the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Halliburton with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Chicago leading by 11. George looking around. Jackson, a screen on Tatum. Fires from 18. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got 6.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr., not hesitating for a second off the catch.
Back to Halliburton. Gordon, the pass to Halliburton. And here's Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid sets the pick for Tatum. No good on the triple.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Russell kicks to Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Payton. Here's George. Porzingis trying to get free, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort, you're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again. and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way.
Timeout.
It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Leonard. He's around 18 points per game, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Now, here's Payton. Still yet to score. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Inside, Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
That's good from Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Outside Gordon. Payton against Russell. Payton passes to Gordon. Pass to Tatum. From outside the arc, the three from Tatum.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. First one falls for him.
Well, when Gordon is on his game, he affects every part of the game at both ends.
And both free throws good for Gordon. Now, here's George. 11 points in the game. On the wing, Jackson. Poke loose. Halliburton outside. Embiid inside. Russell's there. Halliburton for three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Leonard's got his fifth rebound in this one. Pass to Jackson. Out to Russell. From deep. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his seventh rebound of the game with that last one. Payton outside. Halliburton outside. Gordon with it. And it's a great finish! Oh
my gosh. My goodness, Aaron Gordon putting on a show.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jackson setting the pick here for Leonard. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Halliburton passes to Gordon. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Payton. Tatum on the wing. Payton with the screen for Tatum. 6 to shoot. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Russell passes to Leonard. Outside for George. Drills it from outside. George has got 14.
And what a smooth three-point shot. George has worked hard to develop that stroke.
Leonard against Tatum. Embiid with the screen on Leonard. Tatum, a 3 of his own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Russell finds George. Unloads. And the rejection by Embiid. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. A different look now for Cleveland. Caleb Martin comes in for Gordon. And it's Cameron Thomas in for Payton. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in. Clock at 6. George with the bounce pass. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Sinks the triple. Jackson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, Jackson brings so much value with his ability to space the floor.
Here's Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
He misses the free throw.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And he's good on the second. And here's Levine. He's got 11. Here's George. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Solid play there from PG. Absorbing the contact, but staying with that shot for the and one.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 11. Tatum kicks to Martin. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This is how dominant Leonard can be. And once he finds his comfort zone, he keeps his foot on the gas.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's got 13. Here's Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
And he knocks down the first one.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor.
Robinson's checked in for Porzingis. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Bulls leading by 14. Veen passes to Jackson. Outside, George. They get it back.
A moment here to see the numbers for Joel Embiid. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in blocks per.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Outside, Martin. Pass to Embiid. Tatum on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Another shot. Embiid is just too strong inside.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Bulls leading by 13. Veen passes to Jackson. Now here's Leonard. Jackson a screen on Thomas. Here's Leonard. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Leonard's got 24.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Pass to Thomas. This one for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Al Levine. He's got 11. Leonard with the ball. Here's George. Over Tatum. The shot by George, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. 15-point game. Stolen by Jackson. Levine with it. Now Thomas defending. Leonard, no luck. For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Tatum kicks to Martin. Pass to Halliburton. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Santi Aldama's checked in for Joel Embiid. Gordon comes in for Martin. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Tatum. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Thomas. Then for the Bulls, Jalen Smith comes in for Jaren Jackson. And it's done in for George. The shot's good from Halliburton.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Smith outside. Leonard, that's for 2. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Leonard's got 26.
We're seeing the offensive side of Kawhi tonight, one of the all-time great two-way players.
Pass to Gordon. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. The Bulls leading by 15. Now Levine. He's covered by Halliburton. Leonard looking over the floor. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. And Robinson is right there. And the Bulls lead by 17.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Halliburton, no good. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Levine dishes to Leonard. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dunn finds Levine. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. The Cavaliers pull it in. 29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Alexander Walker passes to Halliburton. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how about the commitment there from Halliburton, sticking with it and getting himself to the line.
On the night, free throw numbers for him, 9 attempts, made 7.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And the first one drops.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
Halliburton hits them both. George against Thomas. Robinson sets a screen for George. Lets it go from deep. With 1 on the clock.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Bulls lead by 15. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. They've got Paul George. Russell is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Smith in at the 4 spot. Here's LaVine. It's rebounded by Payton. The Cavaliers trail by 15. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And he gets it to go. Payton's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Cavs. The Bulls shooting reasonably well, 45%. Russell passes to LaVine. Now, here is George. Robinson a screen on Thomas. And here's George for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 11 in the second half.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Payton finds Alexander Walker. To the middle, here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Well, Gordon does his job on the screen and gets rewarded with the bucket.
George with the ball. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Kept alive, and the dunk by Robinson.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Alexander Walker with the ball. He's guarded by Russell. Gordon inside. He's against Smith. The Bulls leading by 16. Outside, George. Robinson a screen on Thomas. Back to LaVine. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Gordon's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Payton from outside. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Levine kicks to Russell. Pass to George. Here's Levine. And here's Russell, defended by Alexander Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And here's George for 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. That one drops for him.
A well-practiced shooter. Levine has complete confidence in his shooting motion.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Alexander Walker.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And Levine puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
So looking it over, outside Levine. There's a screen by Robinson. 6 to shoot. Smith finds Russell. Back to Smith. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Tatum on the wing. Defended by George. Thomas against Levine. Thomas inside. Got a piece of it. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Levine. And Tatum with a clear path to the hoop. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Smart thinking by Tatum there. Once he got the swipe, he was locked in on going all the way.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Santi Aldama. And Martin subbed in for Gordon. Then for the Bulls, Porzingis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Jackson comes in for Jalen Smith. And it's Leonard in for Paul George.
Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass. Look, in that first half, he was hot from beyond the arc. And that's now his second in this half.
Pass to Embiid. And Thomas has it in the corner. From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard, the pass to Russell. To the inside. Out to Porzingis. Tatum against Leonard. Over Tatum. Misses off the left iron. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Thomas passes to Embiid. Outside Tatum. And the rejection by Leonard.
And those long arms and huge hands, Leonard has all the tools he needs to erase shots.
And he comes up with the deuce. Russell's got his first points of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Tatum. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Bean passes to Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Porzingis is a huge presence. Sometimes the defense has no choice but to foul.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, and when healthy, Porzingis is still a very effective player and an important part to his team's success.
Halliburton's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. George is checked in for the Bulls. And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Outside Thomas. Here's Tatum. Outside for Martin. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They led by as many as 18 points. Levine against Thomas. Outside Leonard from downtown. Offensive rebound. Cavaliers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Pass to Halliburton. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on George.
And this is an advantage of having size in the backcourt. Halliburton using that length to cause trouble.
That free throw missing, and the Bulls making a change here. Russell's checked in. And he's good on the second. Bulls leading by 13. Outside Jackson. Outside George launches it. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Tatum. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Porzingis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Russell against Thomas. Pass to George. Over Halliburton. George, no good.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
To the paint. Here's Tatum. Throws it down. JT.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Up top, Embiid. Guarded by Porzingis. Porzingis against Embiid. Clock at 4. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Porzingis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Leonard. Russell against Thomas. Jackson a screen on Halliburton. Here's George. And the rejection by Embiid. Inside. Martin dishes to Tatum. Tatum pulling out one of his many moves.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Boy, Stan, think of it. How many teams could use the defensive versatility that Caleb Martin brings to a team into the floor?
Yeah, look, Kevin, he's capable of guarding 4 positions on the floor, plays a lot bigger than his size would indicate, and gives his team a lot of flexibility with rotations.
He brings such great energy, doesn't he, stand off the bench? I know he has started, but his bench play can really affect a game.
Yeah, and that's a great thing, too. He can start, come off the bench. This guy will give you whatever you need.
Well said. Here's George. No good off the back of the rim.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Outside Jackson. Outside George. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Gordon.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Three-pointer by Embiid. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Leonard the pass to Russell. Here's George. That doesn't go either for George.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Here's Russell. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Russell finds Leonard. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Porzingis with a screen on Tatum. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Chicago.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Kawhi Leonard.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. And here's George for three. Another three for Chicago.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Now, here's Thomas. Pass to Tatum. A three ball. Good on the three-point shot. Tatum's got 37. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
Tatum against George. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game, so they're off to a strong start.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.